I know this couple who go away, if they go away for a day or two, a weekend, or, if they're on a holiday. When they come home, they don't rush into the house and put everything away. They look around. They look at their house like it's the first time they're seeing it. They look at their yard, they look at their property, they do a walk around looking for anything out of place or new, or that could be shifted up or could be refreshed, so that they're not in the, taking it for granted in the sense of it being, oh yeah, it's always been there. You know how there's things in your awareness, but you don't see them. Your treasures. You don't, right? You don't see them. You put them up. It's an ornament. It's whatever. It's a picture of your child. It's a picture of some occasion, but it's there and you're not cognizant of it in your conscious awareness. It's just there. So when they come in, they got fresh eyes and of their home and space, and that's when they decide what they need to freshen it up. What do they need to do to shift it up, or what do they like about it, or all those things. And I was thinking that's the same with children. If you believe in reincarnation, even more so, because they're coming in for another go round, looking at the home that they used to have. Wonder what changed. How's it going? What can we do to improve the place? Right?
I love that. I love that sense of mindfulness and that sense of awe and wonder that children do have. So that's brilliant that they do that.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. I wrote this down. I don't know if I shared it or if I just wrote it down, but I wondered how many people today have spent their entire lives without ever having their feet on the earth, period.
Oh my goodness. You're gonna, yeah. Yeah.
And cradle to grave, the next time their body is going to actually feel the earth is going to be after they're out of it.
Yeah. And there's so much in that, because there's the practice of grounding, right? Where you go outdoors barefoot and you ground. So it's your foot to the ground. It can either be grass, it can be dirt, it can be sand, whatever it might be. And when you do this, and you do this for 20 minutes, what happens is you are soaking up millions of electrons up into your body to help to decoagulate the blood and detoxify the blood, take down inflammation. And grounding has been linked with everything from helping with heart issues to insomnia, right? And autoimmune disorders. And it's just as simple as kicking off your socks and shoes, right? So,
and you just, wonder if, so I'm almost 62. So my entire childhood, I can still feel the heat on my feet sometimes. If you're walking on the grass and then you had to walk on some asphalt or on some cement. Asphalt was worse, but it was hot, and you're like, ooh, trying to get past it. But you had no choice because you had no shoes with you, because you weren't planning on having shoes with you. It's not. Might have had some flip flops from time to time, but a lot of our childhood was spent. It was very rare that you wondered, can't walk on that grass because it might have some poison on it, or you can't sit in the sand because, we did that. We sat for not 20 minutes. We sat all day in the sand, right? We buried ourselves in the sand at the beach.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So, and I just kind of wonder if this helps our nervous system, if this helps to detox. Perhaps some of the problems we're having by kids sitting in a classroom for 12 years at least, then they go home and they're sitting in their living room or their house, but they're not ever really connecting with nature. And we're seeing this increase in so many problems for adults, but for children. We got obesity, we've got ADHD in every other label, not being able to sit still, not being able to concentrate. And then the teens acting out in very violent behavior at times. And I can see where this all, being medicated throughout in many cases to get them to conform to something that is abnormal. It's not normal for us to have that. We're being caged by our own behavior, by our own choices. Nobody is, in most cases, preventing us from being outside, although parents do it to children, confine them because they don't have time to take them out, or they don't have, oh my God, when I say that, I feel like I'm saying, don't have time to walk the dog. I'm talking about children. I don't have time to take them to the park. I drive by parks, playgrounds, and I see them empty a lot of the time.
I was just going to say one thing, though, about the pandemic is I did start to see more people, families, going outside and going for walks together, right? Because there was a time where we couldn't go to the parks. We weren't allowed to go to the parks anymore. And a lot of people becoming more familiar with their backyard. So I think that's one of the benefits that happened from COVID. And what my hope is that people continue to embrace that well-being, being out in nature, because the bottom line is we are nature. We're connected to it. And so when we disconnect from it that way, guess what? Dis-ease is going to happen. And